Good morning, Southeast Texas. Beautiful weather-wise out there this morning. Now, we started off really cold this morning. We had even some upper 30s outside of Beaumont this morning. Cold start to your Thursday, but expecting lots of sunshine, lots of blue skies the rest of the day. Now, the humidity still not too bad, but that'll be increasing as we head into later today and tonight, as winds will be right back off the Gulf beginning by late this afternoon. But started out cold, but we're already up to around 60, 61. We're looking at mid 60s for highs today. Around 65 or so should cover it. Maybe some low to mid 60s up in the lakes. But it's our Roofing 911 SkyChem network here in Beaumont, sponsored by Packard and Apray. Started out around 40 in Beaumont this morning. And like I said, you get outside of Beaumont, we had some upper 30s and some mid 30s up in the lakes. A little bit of frost reported up in the lakes area this morning as well. It was certainly a cold morning, but beginning to warm up. And it looks like a warming trend through Saturday. The next 2 days look pretty warm. Mid 70s tomorrow and low to mid 70s coming up on Saturday. We'll show you why coming up in just a moment. Now up in the lakes area, as I said, we started out in the 30s this morning. You'll reach the lower to middle 60s coming up this afternoon, and even warmer up there tomorrow as well. Probably looking at some low to mid 70s up in the lakes coming up for Friday afternoon. Right now, 61 Jasper, 63 Beaumont, 62 in Orange, 63 Port Arthur. Lots of clear skies. Beautiful day today. The winds are fairly light out of the east right now, but they will become southeasterly this afternoon and tonight. So that means a couple of things. Number one, it won't be near as cold tonight. Number two, we'll have some patchy fog. It'll be possible. And number three, we'll have increasing low clouds off the Gulf tonight. So all that means is warmer tonight. In fact, temperatures are probably going to go up later tonight. We'll bottom out our low temperature probably around midnight, 1 a.m., maybe 2 a.m., then slowly start rising toward morning. So mid to upper 40s in the lakes, and it starts warming up, and then the triangle will be around 50, and then it starts warming up to the mid 50s by daybreak. And it looks, like I said, a pretty warm afternoon tomorrow with highs in the lower to middle 70s. Satellite view across the state. Mostly clear across much of Texas. Just a few high clouds in that northwest flow aloft right now. North Texas, Arkansas, central and northern Louisiana. But other than a few high clouds, that's all we're going to see today. Now we'll see the low clouds developing tonight, and then tomorrow we'll have partly sunny skies with southeast winds off the Gulf. It'll be partly sunny in the afternoon. Even far west Texas, you're in pretty good shape. Lots of clear skies out over the west. Notice surface high pressures moving east, allowing that onshore flow to return off the southeast and out of the southeast. Notice the wind direction right now, almost due east. That's still kind of a cool wind, kind of bringing that modified cool air back, but it will become southeasterly here in the next few hours. So, like I said, mid 60s for highs, little higher humidity later today, and then the low clouds and patchy fog will be possible coming up later on tonight. Not much wind out there. Now I think overnight the winds will be pretty light too, very light out of the southeast. That will allow some patchy fog to develop and some low clouds here and there as well. And then as we head on into tomorrow morning, very light variable winds at daybreak. So be nice and cool again, but not nearly as cold as what we had this morning, that's for sure. The wind's pretty light. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours, we're running here in the triangle, I don't know, about 8 degrees colder than we were this exact time yesterday. And that makes sense. We got up into the mid 70s yesterday, so we're certainly not going to hit that today. Probably mid 60s and about 4 degrees colder up in the lakes area compared to 24 hours ago. And pretty much the same out over the Houston area as well, up toward Huntsville. A little bit colder than yesterday. Because remember, yesterday we had that west to southwest wind ahead of our cold front last night. That's always a warm wind out of the west. And today the winds are opposite, out of the north. It had that front late yesterday and overnight, kind of reinforcing the chilly weather we've had. And it was certainly another cold one this morning, that's for sure, but not nearly as cold as we head into tonight. All right, futurecast this afternoon. Southeast winds, temperatures in the mid 60s for highs, low to mid 60s up in the lakes. Of course, west of the area out toward Houston, Conroe, get farther away from the Gulf. It'll be a little bit warmer, some mid to upper 60s out to the west this afternoon. And then as we head into this evening, will drop down into the mid 50s by 6:30. Light southeast winds continuing off the Gulf. And notice that low temperature, 1 o'clock, then it actually starts rising toward morning. Maybe warmer by morning than it will be at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It should be, with rising temperatures overnight. Any showers tomorrow with our warm front, less than a 10% coverage. We can't rule out a sprinkle tomorrow. Be a few more showers off to our east along that warm front, especially over around Jennings and Lafayette. But even there, very, very slight chances in the forecast. Then tomorrow, mid 70s for highs, still 68 degrees at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. And you can see the low clouds redeveloping. Could have some fog tomorrow night as well. It'll be just patchy tonight, maybe a little more fog as we head into tomorrow night. All right, expected rainfall totals. Now, we do have a strong cold front on the way. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Pretty good front coming in Sunday. There's a chance of a few showers this weekend. The best chance will be Saturday night into very early Sunday morning. Nothing widespread, nothing severe, nothing like that, but 20 to 30% coverage is possible. And you can see on the rainfall totals, could be some 1/4 inch amounts, maybe 1/3 of an inch here and there Saturday night, Sunday morning as that front works in from the northwest. So rainfall, not a big deal, but what will be a big deal is these low temperatures Monday morning, mid to upper 20s in the lakes Monday morning. Pretty good freeze up there. And here in the triangle, about 30 along I-10 and even close to freezing down to where the coast. I think this will be one of these fronts where we get at least a light freeze all the way down to the beaches coming up Sunday night into Monday morning. Now, the good news is here, it's not going to last long. We're talking one night, that's it. And throughout the day, Monday, we'll get to around 50. Monday's just going to be a chilly, chilly day under partly sunny skies. And we factor in that wind, it'll be a little bit of a wind chill too, especially overnight. Look at these wind chills. Monday morning, you wake up, it'll feel like 19 in Burkeville, basically upper teens to low 20s is what it's going to feel like Monday morning. It's going to be cold. Monday all day long is going to be chilly, only about 50, 51 for a high on Monday. And then it's out of here. It gets out of here quick, big warm up after that. In fact, looking at long range weather data, we could see a well above normal temperatures all the way up to maybe even Christmas after this pretty good shot of cold air here. What it is, it's Arctic air coming down, but the bulk of it's to our northeast. We're just kind of getting clipped by it a little bit. So just imagine how cold it would be off to our northeast with this system. All right, the rest of the day, sunny skies, winds becoming light southeast, high temperatures low to mid 60s in the lakes, middle 60s. Triangle, of course, a little bit cooler down towards Sabine Pass because you're on the coast. The water temperatures are cooler, and that light southeast winds, it'll be a little bit cooler along the coastline. The wind's pretty light. Now tonight, increasing clouds, low clouds, some patchy fog will be possible, light south winds, mid to upper 40s tonight, lakes, near 50 along I-10. But remember what I was saying a while ago, as we head toward morning, these temperatures are going to rise a little bit. Head of the warm front coming in off the Gulf tomorrow. Can't rule out a sprinkle or two here and there tomorrow, but that should not be a big deal. 7-day forecast. We talked about up and down temperatures. Well, that's going to continue. 60s today, 70s tomorrow and Saturday. Isolated showers are possible Saturday. Best chance will be Sunday night, Sunday morning as that front works in, 20 to 30% there. Notice that drop in temperatures, only 62 and falling on Sunday. Monday morning when you wake up, 30 for a low, some 20s in the lakes.